Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field. All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one fielded at the 5. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check nickel. 13.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
10's the mic. I can't believe they let you play. Hey, come on.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
On 1st down, Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They run the counter. It's Hines. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. Third down now to follow.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 27. Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
51's the mic, boy. 51.
Hey, Echo.
Play action. Garoppolo. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. It's Hubbard, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go.
Point it right. 22-jet bomber.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Go, go.
Check 55, Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Mayfield off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
That's it, baby. That's it.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And that is going to be incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 11.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Rush in. Check 13.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Eckler. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And this is off the... And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. First down, Mayfield. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Regular.
Mayfield now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Hubbard. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. He's checking. Crash.
21. Greystone, travel.
Let's go, team.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, it's Eckler. Oh, he breaks another. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Check 24. Check.
11. 6-6. Pull it high. 11, 11, 11. 11, man.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Garoppolo now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd and short.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw, it's Garoppolo. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking middle, and that's complete. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A gain of 15. First down, Jaguars.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
To throw, Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Point it right. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. The 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he goes out right around the 39. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he's got another field goal. His 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hurry, hurry!
Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Now Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's pulled in at the 32. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here we go. 180!
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Shift! Watch the shift!
Lock!
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Here we go. One, Omaha. 180!
Watch the eye!
Set hunt!
Play action, Garoppolo. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
13! 80 weapons. Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
180! Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On first down, it's Hubbard. And he lost the football.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry, hurry.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Pettis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 21, 21. 180!
Watch tight end's right.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Smith. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
White. X3, 218.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
13.
It's Eckler again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Watch twist. Watch twist.
21.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 51.
Now Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
Here we go.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here is Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will swell the lead to 16. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Garoppolo looks to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jackson, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right?
So for Pittsburgh, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.